buck. We got a buck. Just come closer. Came up yesterday to do a little bit of scouting, and we did see a buck. Fork, small fork. I don't think I'd shoot it today. Maybe the last day, just to get some meat in the freezer. But that was exciting. And a lot of does. My goal this morning was to come up here, pay a little visit to Dad, set up his cross again. Gets knocked down by snow every year. And obviously on the way here, hunt. It's about a mile walk in, and I can access it from like 3 or 4 different areas. So some really good country in here, but we haven't seen anything yet other than some doe right when I was parking the truck. All right, my first thing of the day is complete. I got Dad's cross back up, ready to go, and hopefully it's still up for elk season. And if it's not, we'll put it back up again. Back on the move, and we're gonna hit this ridge up here, go over the top. Some good glassing spots up there. Got some fresh elk poop in here. It's a good sign for elk season. Deer up there. I think it's a whitetail. I saw one. It looked like a small whitetail. I just saw a glimpse of it. That direction. One right there. It's not a buck. It's a doe. I'm gonna go that direction. Maybe she's with a buck. I think there's more deer down there. That deer's 50, no, 75, 80 yards away. He doesn't even know I'm here. I've been spotted. There she goes. All right, where's Dad? Where's Dad? He's hoping. Dad was over there, I was hoping. Still might be. Gotta keep your eyes peeled at all times. Just spotted another deer right there. There's deer all over this place. We got a buck. Fork a horn. It's a fork. Pretty small deer. If it was tomorrow afternoon or Monday, I would probably shoot it, but there might be more down here. Finally spotted me. It was probably 3 or at least 3. Actually, there's 4. At least 4. Maybe I'm being greedy. I don't know. But, I mean, I could have shot that deer 3 times. Broadside. Man. Easy pack out. Easy-ish. Couple months. There's more deer. There's more deer. buck ran off with 3 other deer, or 4. There's more deer down here. I think it's a doe and a fawn. Yeah, they got split off from the group. Anyways, man, so exciting. We're seeing animals, you guys. That's the 11 o'clock update. We're seeing some critters. That's great. I'm excited. Now I'm gonna get a little snack and kind of figure out what I want to do next. I don't know. I think I'm gonna stay in here. I'm not gonna go back to the truck. I'm seeing enough animals in here to get me excited. So, having a snack, nothing crazy. Got a piece of sourdough bread, a Lara bar, and a Chomps beef stick. I brought my cooker for some oatmeal or some coffee. It's too warm for coffee anyways, I just want water. All right, what are we rolling with today? We got these awesome Vortex binoculars brought to you by my buddy Andy. He let me borrow them. Andy, thank you so much. Appreciate you. My rifle. This is my 7mm with the Leupold scope. I've killed a lot of deer and elk with this rifle. I also have with me, not on my presence now, but back at the truck, I've got a 30-06. It's my dad's. Was my dad's. But I went with the 7mm today because I know it's straight and it's long. And I'm after bigger deer. Probably would have done some damage to that fork. Man, should I have shot it? I don't know, guys. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Also new this season is my pistol. I got myself a pistol finally. Do I need to be carrying the pistol today? No, because I got a rifle, but it's new and I wanted to see how it fit and how, you know, walking around in the woods with all this gear. Today's a test. Will I bring it tomorrow? Probably not. It's 12:30 now, but taking a little break, taking some clothes off because it's getting toasty. Tomorrow's going to be even hotter. And I found this little pond down here. Little stream. Yeah. And we'll get something to come down here. You guys know what elk smells like? Wow. It's a big whiff of elk. Wow. It's like a dead one down here. Bow hunter. That's cool. Yeah, it was a pretty strong odor of elk. I came into this thicket in here. It was hot out there. I came in here to take a break, get out of the sun, which I'm willing to bet that that's what every critter is doing right now. Probably in this kind of stuff, bedded down. So day one's in the books. Could have got a fork. Had a good look at a fork, but we're just not ready. I think if I see that buck again tomorrow, we might take it. We'll see. If we come in here, might go to a different area. All right. See you tomorrow. I'm hunting a different area than I did yesterday. This area is prone to having more mule deer. All right, I just heard a shot. Very close by. That's my morning update so far, 8:45. It's like a very old tree fort for some kid way back in the day. A long time ago. You know what that probably is? That's a tree stand. Elk, right there. Small calf maybe. Just heard an elk bugle. Quick, just a yip. I'm getting some good vibes from this area. Elk, heard a coyote up yonder. Probably not a good sign, but there's a spur road that goes around the ridge. And we already saw the elk. I already saw the elk. I saw one. I saw a calf, and then just right down here. And then I heard a bull chirping right down there. I'm just very curious about this area. It just looks very, very gamey. Elk prints all over here. There's a larger, I think there was a larger herd. The elk we saw, I don't know where they went. They must have side-hilled this ridge and went all the way to the bottom or just around the corner. 12:30. I think the plan is to just hump back. It's the heat of the day right now. It's going to continue heating up. And boy, it gets toasty. Got a nice breeze, so that's good. But in the shade is much needed relief. So that's nice. I gotta find some shade, which is likely what the deer are doing right now. So we might, when I was coming in, I was kind of skirting this dark timber. A lot of shade, a lot of cover. That's probably where the animals are right now. So we're gonna eventually make our way to those areas. Brutal. Haven't seen anything today, other than some deer in the fields. But sometimes it's that's just how it goes. So tomorrow we'll be back at it, and right now we're going to wrap it up. We'll bring you back if we see something, but we got about a mile walk back to the truck. By the time we get back, it'll be dark, so I'd like to hunt a little bit on the way back. So thanks for sticking with me. It's proven to be a little challenging, but hopefully we see something. We saw some elk today. That was cool. We need a buck. And tomorrow we might go chase that fork that we saw on opening day. I didn't get 200 yards from the truck, and I heard some rustling in the bushes. So I went a little bit further to investigate and heard what I think are probably deer, based on the thuds of the ground. There's maybe 2 or 3 of them, but I never saw them because it was so thick. So I'm also seeing a lot of deer sign in here. So it's very encouraging so far. Deer. We got a deer. Sounds like a big deer. I saw a glimpse of it. Might have been just a big doe, but that being said, it was just a glimpse. It was a big deer. Oh, that deer didn't go very far from just standing there for 3 minutes maybe. I continued up. I wanted to come up about 20 yards, get a bigger vantage point, take a little break, and I heard it again. Another deer. That deer wasn't 50 yards up this hill. I'm pretty much at the crest of this hill that I climbed. And it's steep all around. Anything within 50 yards of getting up here is going to make a bunch of racket like me. So this is a safe spot for them. That sounds like elk. You guys, there are so many animals up here. It's crazy. And I actually saw whitetail. And then I saw fawn really close. The mom left the fawn behind. That'd be 30 yards in front of me. And then I just heard that. There are elk bedded down right there. There's deer right behind me. What the heck? This is crazy. I don't know what that noise is. Right on the other side of this tree right here. I stopped here to glass this meadow and there's deer behind me. I don't know what that sound is. Maybe you guys know. Is that a doe calling her fawn? It might be. I don't know. Taking a little break here for lunch. Might sit here for a while. Got a nice view. My dad and I both doubled up one year on elk. In this, right here in this spot, my dad, right here in this little grove of trees that I'm standing in, dumped a little calf elk, and I dumped a bigger elk up on the side of this, what used to be a clear cut. And it had some thick stands of trees, and then there was clear cut over there. I dumped mine over there. He dumped his here. That was a fun year. This is Dad's meadow right here. Cross that we put up earlier on Mondays right over there. It'd be cool to dump something in this meadow. That's for sure. But right now we're just taking a break, hanging out. The clock is ticking on the buck season for me, at least for my Oregon tag. So you never know, could happen at any moment. All right, I think we're gonna pack it up. Had a nice long break and hung out here in Dad's meadow for a while, and no luck. A lot of those deer at this point are probably bedded down, like I had mentioned. So we're gonna go head back to the truck, replenish our water, reevaluate the situation. The clock is ticking, so we got to get on it here. It is day 4. Day 4. I've only got a couple hours this morning to hunt in the region where that fork wasn't all morning, so let's see if we can go find him. Buck. We got a buck. A nice one. Just come closer. Lost my contact. I lost my eyeball. Oh man. Where did he go? Did he drop? He was running last I saw. It's likely that I missed, but I still gotta make a good effort to check for blood. They went up in this thicket up here. I heard them up there. If I would have been a little bit more patient. Man. Anyways, I gotta get to work. Look for blood. And then maybe go up there into that thicket to see where they went. If I did hit it, gotta track him. I think he went up there. But after the first shot, he just kind of stood there. He started running back towards me, and then when he went broadside, I shot again. Can't think about it right now. Just need to get to work and look for blood, and then go up there. Yep, got a good gash from that. That's awesome. That was at least a 3-point. It's a big buck. Big print right there. He came this way. All right, guys, I worked this thicket in here. Didn't see any sign of blood or the deer. What I'm gonna do is go back to where I shot. Not to where I shot, but where the deer was. I'm gonna look for any signs of blood. I mean, that's just the right thing to do. I need to do that. I don't know how I missed, but I can't replay that right now. We'll talk about that later. Right now, I need to go back there and retrace that whole scenario. I just wanted to rehash what went down that whole scenario. I wanted to track where I think the deer went, because I did see butts when I came down to where I shot, back up this way. So I went back up in that thicket, worked that area really well, looking for blood, and also looking for those deer and seeing kind of which direction they could have went. Popped out into another clearing and nothing. So I decided to come back and look over this area really good. Look for blood, just kind of zigzagging back and forth where that deer went. I looked at the footage because I had the GoPro in my head, and I was able to zoom in pretty good to get an idea after the first shot where it went. Obviously I knew because I rescoped it. And then when I shot again, that's when things got really fuzzy, literally for me. I wear contact lenses, and the scope kicked back, hit me in the face. I did not have it secure. I was in a laying down position, which is where I feel comfortable. I have shot big game, kneeling and standing, but it's been a long time for me, and I'm not going to go over excuses. I'll save that for another day, and I'm going to be replaying this whole thing in my head for a long time until I get something. But anyways, the scope came back, hit me in the face, as you can see, and it popped the contact out of my eye, and I went to look to see where those deer went, and I couldn't. I got one good eye, one was blurry in that whole scenario, so I didn't know which direction he went. And I know that after the second shot he got squirrely and he started, the footage says he went that way, but when I came down here the deer were up there. So anyways, I got the contact back in my eyeball, and by that time they were out of the shooting zone. So Onyx tells me that that was about 230 yards, which I've shot deer around that. That's probably my max distance, maybe 300. But they were coming at me. The deer were moving my direction. The only thing is, this is a little chute, and I got thicket on both sides, and I did not want them to get up into the thicket away from shooting range. So that's where it stands now. And that's probably going to do it. But I am going to hunt back in that direction. I think they may have doubled back and went that way. It's a lot of good cover for them, but that's the direction I need to go anyway. So maybe I'll run into something in the thicket. But it was frustrating, but I'm not going to, again, rehash it on video. I'm going to be replaying the whole scenario in my head and telling friends about it and texting friends about it. So I'll get to rehash it at that time. So I'll spare you the pain. Thanks for watching, you guys. And of course, if you run into a buck on the way back to the truck, we'll bring you back. We'll see you in the next video. If you want some good beef, get you some Oregon premium grass-fed, free-range, grass-finished country beef. You know these cows are well taken care of. They're out here roaming with the elk and the moose and the deer, the cougars and the bears, and that's good for them, and it's good for you. Get you some beef. Bring your 80 degree, can't even talk. It has to do with luck and skill, which we're lacking both. There's a ridge out here called Deer Ridge. I'm assuming that means there's deer out there, so we might as well go check it out. And deer like apples, and I brought an apple for the deer. We forgot the gun. What an idiot.